Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Busted appliance? This is your sign to upgrade. Shop at Lowe's to get up to 35% off and next day delivery on hundreds of major appliances. Lowe's, we help, you save. Valid through 3/18 while supplies last. Selection varies by location. Order by 4 p.m. Available Monday through Saturday. Subject to availability. Fees, exclusions, and restrictions apply. See Lowe's.com/appliance delivery for more details.
Visit your nearby Lowe's on East 17th Avenue in Hutchinson.
Wasn't that delicious?
So good.
Your bill, ladies?
I got it.
No,
I
got
it.
Seriously, I insist. I insisted first.
Oh, don't be silly. You don't be silly.
People with the Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card prefer to pay because they earn unlimited 2% cash rewards on purchases.
Okay, rock, paper, scissors for it. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
No!
The Wells Fargo Active Cash credit card. Visit wellsfargo.com/activecash. Terms apply.
Ryan Reynolds here from Mint Mobile with a message for everyone paying big wireless way too much. Please, for the love of everything good in this world, stop. With Mint, you can get premium wireless for just $15 a month. Of course, if you enjoy overpaying, no judgments, but that's weird. Okay, one judgment. Anyway, give it a try at mintmobile.com/switch.
Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan, equivalent to $15 per month required. Intro rate first 3 months only, then full price plan options available. Taxes and fees extra. See full terms at mintmobile.com.
I'm Heather Dubrow.
And I'm Terry Dubrow.
And we're going to keep this between us.
Not really.
We are talking today. I get asked this a lot.
Okay. Here we go.
About our bedtime routine.
Oh, our bedtime routine.
Yeah.
You get asked our bedtime routine?
Yes, because I'm telling you, people are fascinated about what couples they know do at certain times of the day. Like, for example, they want to know, like, when you get up in the morning, what do you do? When you go to bed, like, when you eat meals, does one cook? Does one clean up? People like that kind of thing.
I can tell you as a longevity expert what you're supposed to do. We don't do any of those things.
No, we do none of those things. Well, I'll tell you what we really don't do. And it's funny because you mentioned this the other day. We don't watch television in bed.
No.
We don't really watch TV, period.
We don't watch
Certainly
TV
not
at all.
together.
No. But that's not our...
No, but a lot of people, what they do is they watch a little TV before bed. Or
it's also not a great idea, by the way.
Well, you're supposed to shut your brain off, right? You're not supposed to
2 hours, don't eat for 3 hours before.
Do everything
Don't drink
wrong.
anything for 3 hours before.
We drink alcohol.
Put your phone away 2 hours.
We look at our phones.
Put your phone away 2 hours before. Make the room dark, cool, get rid of anything that has a blue light associated with it.
We do not.
Okay. We do the opposite of that. We eat and drink to the last minute right before we go to bed.
Maybe to the point of illness.
Yes. And then
we immediately lie down.
We get in bed and we go on our screens.
Yes.
Yes.
Or I just get into bed.
And then I start scrolling anxiety-producing news about whether or not we're going to war.
Yes. He doom scrolls.
Yes.
But this is what we do. So we keep our room at 63 degrees.
Yep. Super cold.
Super cold.
With 2 fans on.
With 2 fans on.
Fans on high.
Yeah, because we like air moving.
And white noise.
It needs to be snowing in the room.
Yes. Then.
We have an electric blanket that's dual-sided.
And yours is on 10.
Yes.
And mine is on 4 or 5.
If you even have it on.
I usually don't have it on.
Stick a leg on my
side.
I
might stick a leg over on your side.
Yes.
Yes.
We sleep with silk pillowcases.
Yes.
And now I have a new routine where I decided like 6 months ago that I'm not sleeping on my side anymore because I kept reading about one side of your face being older than the other side of your face because you
Right.
sleep on that side. So now I have a sleep scarf and I use this McQueen scarf because I like the fabric. It's like a modal, it's like a silk cotton blend. It's really soft. And I kind of ball it up,
Yes.
put it behind one side of my head or the other just to keep it straight. I do that. And then I also, because it's so cold in our room,
You wear a sweater
I
now.
have a sleep sweater.
This is so last night I was trying to get a little busy maybe, and there was a sleep. I said, oh my God, it's,
We used to sleep nude, right? And then
I
one
sleep
time
nude.
I got nervous because I was like, "Ugh, earthquakes, or what if, we live in an apartment building. Like, what if you have to run out, whatever. So I have all these, I must have 30 of them. Skims makes like this little black dress, and it's just a spaghetti strap, stretchy, long to the ankle dress. And I call them my get ready dresses because I don't wear robes because they get too hot. So I have this get ready dress, and it's like tight enough that I don't have to wear a bra. It's like the perfect thing. And then I started sleeping in it, and I was like, oh, this is so good. So I have my sleepy dress,
yes.
and then I decided it was cold.
Now it's a
So
sweater too.
I have a sleeping sweater,
And then a mask and a scarf.
and then I have a mask. and a scarf.
It's like having sex with a Frosty the Snowman.
It's a lavender McQueen scarf, and it's a black, very clean, like very small mask. And then it's a sexy Skims dress, and it's a silk pillowcase.
Right.
It's all really beautiful. It's not like a frilly grandma.
And then it's
nightgown.
just 3 degrees above breath cold
yes.
in the room. And it reminds me of, if any of you know this movie, Reversal of Fortune with Sonny and Klaus von Bülow.
Yeah, because Sunny
somebody-
wanted everything freezing, and she was always throwing open the windows. And Klaus von Bülow would have like a beanie and a scarf and a jacket.
Right.
That's become me.
And so I say to her, where are you hiding the insulin syringes? If you know the movie, you'll know that reference. Didn't Jeremy Irons win an Academy
I
Award?
think he did.
I
And then
remember
at
my
night-
favorite line in that movie
Yeah.
when the guy, Alan Dershowitz, his
Yeah.
Harvard
Yeah.
professor, lawyer, defense lawyer, says to him as he's getting out of the car, he says, Klaus, and he goes, "What?" He goes, you are so weird. And Klaus looks back and he goes, you have no idea. Best line ever.
So here's the rest of our routine. You could say yours, but for me personally, I have melasma, so I'm trying to treat that with the tranexamic acid.
Oh, the TXA.
Yeah, so I'm taking it orally, and I had it injected,
Yeah.
and I have a topical.
Yeah.
So I do that. Then I'm using these exosomes called
Mhm.
Provoke, so I'm doing that.
Yep.
Then I do my whole Consult Beauty Externa Q
Yep.
and my Volumigen, and then I take my Aquaphor stick under my eyes. He's rolling his eyes. I love that. And
By the way,
then-
you mentioned that like BravoCon, and it's become like this
I know.
viral thing. Heather
And
Dubrow
then
skincare
I feel like-
is Aquaphor,
and
and
then-
it's not.
And then I feel like I have a bald spot in the back of my, like at the top of my head, because Nikki and I were doing a video the other day for an undisclosed TV show that might happen. And we were bending down doing the face ice tub, because that's another thing I do in the morning. Do you know the face ice tub? It's got like a breathing tube in it. So you put ice and water in there, and you breathe in there. Anyway, we were filming our morning routine with that. And I put my head down, and I had a big bald spot on the top of my head. So I'm using the Rogaine for Women 5% foam up there.
Why is 5% for women? Because that's what 5%.
Because that's what you told me to
It's the
get.
same as men. 5% is men's.
I know. But
5%
they have a
for
women's
women?
one. Yeah.
Why would they? I see. So women, no, it's okay for women. Yeah.
I don't know. But I do that. And then I take my peptides, and then I take all my pills.
And then you get in bed and talk about things that are bothering you from the day.
I'm so much better.
No, we do that. We both do it to a certain degree.
Yeah.
And then we realize, my heart rate's now 100.
Let's talk
And
about
now I'm
something nice.
never going to sleep.
Never going to sleep.
Basically, do not do anything we do as part of, we actually do all the wrong. By the way, I'll get up at 2 a.m. to go to the bathroom and bring my phone with me.
Yep.
And turn it on and look to see whether we've attacked some part of the world or not.
I will
This is
tell
like
you,
everything you shouldn't do.
I
we
don't do that anymore.
It's funny because we do everything perfectly
Except that.
except for one of the most important things you can do for longevity, which is preparation for sleep.
I don't do that. I don't take
That's
my
the only
phone.
thing you don't do.
Yeah, I don't take my
But you'll
phone.
come back into bed and go, and then you'll bring up
something's-
an anxiety-producing concept in the
If
middle of the
something
night.
is bothering me, 100%,
We're
I will do
terrible.
that. But on the regular, I have to say, and maybe you haven't noticed this. First of all, the only reason I take my phone to the bathroom is to use it as a flashlight. But I don't go on it because I know that it'll wake me up. So I never do that. And then, I don't know if you've noticed this, but when I get into bed, I immediately take my scarf and my sleep mask and I lay down.
Yes.
And I plug my phone and I don't go on it. So I'm trying to get better at that.
I'm so excited to share that this podcast is sponsored by The RealReal, the best place to shop authenticated luxury bags, clothing, watches, and so much more. I'm obsessed with all the designers, Prada, Gucci, Dior, so many other designers. But let's be honest, you don't want to pay full price all the time. We want deals. We want to buy trendy things for less sometimes. So I love scouring The RealReal for new pieces and the deals. By the way, they add 10,000 new items every day, and they do their daily drops at 10 a.m. and 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. The best part about shopping and selling at The RealReal is you can use your earnings for something special. The RealReal has found new homes for over 37 million authenticated luxury items, so they know firsthand the impact resale has on the planet. Rather than producing more stuff, The RealReal is making what already exists new. The RealReal is the go-to place for your next special piece. Do you need a dress for a fancy wedding or the perfect vacation sandal? Are you ready to invest in a new bag to add to your collection? You can find exactly what you're looking for that no one else has at The RealReal. The RealReal is the world's largest and most trusted resource for authenticated luxury resale. With thousands of new arrivals daily, no one does resale like The RealReal. And now you can get $25 off of your first purchase when you go to therealreal.com/Dubrow. That's therealreal.com/Dubrow to get your $25 off. Start shopping now at therealreal.com/Dubrow.
Support for the show comes from Public, the investing platform for those who take it seriously. On Public, you can build a multi-asset portfolio of stocks, bonds, options, crypto, and now generated assets, which allow you to turn any idea into an investable index with AI. It all starts with your prompt. From renewable energy companies with high free cash flow to semiconductor suppliers growing revenue over 20% year over year, you can literally type any prompt and put the AI to work. It screens thousands of stocks, builds a one-of-a-kind index, and lets you backtest it against the S&P 500. Then you can invest in a few clicks. Generated assets are like ETFs with infinite possibilities, completely customizable and based on your thesis, not someone else's. Go to public.com/podcast and earn an uncapped 1% bonus when you transfer your portfolio. That's public.com/podcast. Paid for by Public Investing. Brokerage services by Open to the Public Investing Inc. Member FINRA and SIPC. Advisory services by Public Advisors LLC, SEC registered advisor. Generated assets is an interactive analysis tool. Output is for informational purposes only and is not an investment recommendation or advice. Complete disclosures available at public.com/disclosures.
Are you a fraud-paying American? It's a fact that 1 in 4 honest, hard-working, tax-paying Americans has been a victim of identity theft. With LifeLock Identity Theft Protection, though, if your identity is stolen, they fix it, guaranteed, and get you your money back. Last year, the IRS flagged over $16 billion in refunds for identity fraud. That's billions of dollars that could come from your salary, overtime, or second job. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second for your personal information and alerts you to threats you could easily miss on your own. And if your information does fall into the wrong hands, only LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists who are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package. Because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Visit LifeLock.com/iHeart and save up to 40% your first year. That's 40% off at LifeLock.com/iHeart. Terms apply.
Taco Bell is rolling out the new Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas. And here's the thing, you literally can't just get one. They come in twos. And thank goodness they do, because these toasted cheddar Street Chalupas, filled with slow-roasted chicken, crispy bacon, and avocado ranch, are stacked with bold flavor that keeps you going back for more. Chicken Bacon Ranch Street Chalupas, only at Taco Bell. Get yours today. At participating U.S. Taco Bell locations for a limited time only while supplies last.
I did learn a hack for preventing you from getting up, going to the bathroom, and thinking about something that gives you anxiety and doesn't allow you to get back
What's
to
that?
sleep. It's unbelievably effective.
What?
You get up and you just say random 4-digit numbers. And it's impossible to think about something that makes you anxious.
Really?
Just go 4467 1938. And you absolutely, when you're doing that, 938 2378, if you do that to go into the bathroom, coming back 1212, get back into bed, do it till you fall asleep. You will never have that thought pop into your brain.
You know what works for me?
But I'm telling you, this works so incredibly well 100% of the time.
I'll try that. But literally what works for me is I get into bed, replace my sleep scarf and my mask, and then I put together outfits in my brain.
Oh.
I'm serious. It relaxes me.
That doesn't remind you of a scene coming up that you're preparing it for?
It does not. It does not. I think about this dress. I think about what earrings will look good with it. I think about the shoe. I think about if I need a coat. And that's my version of counting sheep. I'm organizing things in my brain and putting things together and I fall asleep.
Yeah.
It totally works for me.
I recommend
every
the 4-digit random number generator.
All right. I want to bring up something that you have taught me that I'm trying to get better at, but it has really been a shift for me and it's so good. And you have helped me so much with this. I have a lot of anxiety and I always have. And when I met Terry, it was bad. Remember?
Yes.
Especially like hormonally right before I got my period.
Left-sided issues. Remember that?
I still have those a little bit, but much better.
The pins
but
and
anyway,
needles.
I've had anxiety issues my whole life. You taught me this thing and I can't remember the derivation of it. So I want you to say it, but this is what I know.
Oh yeah.
So can you explain where it's from and then explain how we use it? Because I want to tell you, if you listen to nothing else, this is a game changer.
Yeah. So I learned this from the Navy SEALs podcast that I watch and the military special forces podcast that I watch.
Because this is what they do.
This is what they do when there are times of extreme danger and anxiety. What they try to do is reduce it down to something that allows them to think positively and to make a plan rather than freak out. Because even I'm sure the most trained soldier, when there's bombs going off and you're hiding behind a rock and you're lost your mate, your team is over there, whatever, you need to get your thinking straightened away.
So what do they say?
They say, this is what I know. And you talk about what you know you have going for you. So this is what I know. You reduce it down to its simplest thing. Okay, this is what I know. I'm here with my teammates. We're heavily armed. We've got incredible training. There is a helicopter on its way, the Quick Reaction Force or QRF or whatever they call them. In other words, you say, all right, so you've got some really terrible news about something, or you're really worried. I'll give you an example. Let's say your son just did something and he's in potentially a lot of trouble about it. And you're worried it could turn into a disaster for him. If you say, well, this is what I know. He has no record. Okay. He's a really good kid. Even at the worst, this is probably not going to be a big deal. Okay. We have a great lawyer. You start to talk about all the things that really frame it in a very sort of concrete, usable, constructive way. And rather than oh my gosh, he could get kicked out of school for this and then he'll never get a job and it'll be on his Instagram or his thing.
But
wherever.
It's not making it okay. It's not okay that he's in trouble.
It's like,
it's exactly what Terry said. It's like reframing where you are. It grounds you, and it gives you the ability to say, okay, we have a good basis right here. And now, okay, this part, all right, we got some things that are okay. Now I got to figure out how to solve this other piece of the puzzle over here.
Right. Like a friend of mine got a notice that he was being sued the other day, and he flipped him out and he started to worry. And I said, dude, what do we know about this situation? One, it's a frivolous lawsuit, right? It's a frivolous. It's not true. Okay, what do we know? Number two, even if this went all the way and was a problem, it's not really a problem. You're got a lot of money, and at worst, you may end up paying $12,000. And you go, oh, you're right. This is what I know. It's not that big a deal.
So
but even if it is a big deal,
yeah,
you focusing on what you know removes all the extraneous running amok anxiety that we're all subjected to.
It's funny because I often talk about being on reality television, and I say that, at the end of the day, I get to no matter what craziness has happened, at the end of the day, I get to go home. Not like to the house or to the trappings, but I get to go home to this man and these kids and this foundation. And so it's very much like that. It's like, so when things are swirling around me,
yeah,
I think to myself, okay, this is what I know.
Yep. So
isn't that helpful?
When you're a surgeon, this might be too much, but when you're a surgeon and you have a patient who's got this potential devastating problem come in and you're freaked about it, what do? You call your best friend surgeon, and because he or she is not involved, they go, well, you're going to do this, you're going to do that, because they're planning for you, helping you get through it without anxiety. It basically turns you into that person you're calling. You're that person all of a sudden.
Let's talk about what we should work on.
Oh,
I've been good. I don't scroll when I get into bed now, unless we get into bed. There are times we'll get into bed super early.
Yes.
Just because we want to, then I will. But in general, I get into bed and I don't scroll. I've become much better at that. You need to get better at that.
So I'll tell you
what's
something.
Another thing that we should work on? Let's pick one thing for us to work on.
Well, I think the most important thing we could do is make sure we never bring up subjects that could spin out and give us anxiety.
I think we've been good about that lately.
We'll still, sometimes we still do it.
All right, so pick one thing that we should work on. That. Okay, well,
make sure that there are subjects of neutrality that will never lead you down because there are times I'll get into bed with you and I'm feeling tired and it's good, and we will bring up a thing.
And then
it's
you're
like,
wide
that's
awake.
it. I'm gonna see 5 a.m.
Yep, I'm up.
Yeah. So that's really important. Well, one of the things you do.
Here we go.
This is part of our sleep ritual. I get in. We're gonna go to sleep. You have to get up early. You have to operate. You have to do your thing. You're filming.
I know what you're gonna say.
My process is happening. I'm slowly going to stage 1. Maybe I'll fall asleep. And then you get in, and all of a sudden, I thought, and I said, don't bite.
Do you have Advil?
Don't bite on that side. Don't act like you didn't hear it. What? I could use an Advil.
Well, I do this to him. If he's laying there already and I get in the bed, I go, honey, while you're up.
Yes.
Can you get me an Advil?
And so.
And he's not up.
Invariably, if Heather gets in after me, which she usually does.
You wish we had a sleep divorce. I know.
I have to get up. I'm getting up.
We're never having a sleep divorce, just so you know.
Why not?
Because we're just not.
Why? Why do we have to sleep at the same?
I love it. I would miss you.
I don't think so. I remember when you're, okay.
I didn't get married to sleep alone.
All right.
I know some people love it. There's no judgment. You're stuck with me. Sorry.
Okay.
But I'm cute.
You are very cute, I must say. By the way, you did this little TikTok-y thing. Was that a TikTok-y thing? I thought was so cute today.
You did. I did.
That was so cute. I like that one.
It's get very up, you. Drink your effing coffee. That
yes,
one?
That was the way you dance. That was so people. I don't think have seen that side of you. That is very you. That only your family gets to see.
I'm so stupid.
You're very silly.
I know.
In a very cute way.
Thank you. There's our bedtime routine. Enjoy.
Don't do it.
Are you a fraud-paying American? 1 in 4 tax-paying Americans has been a victim of identity fraud. With LifeLock, if your identity is stolen, they fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Last year, billions in refunds were stolen. Could be from your salary, overtime, or second job. Gone. But this year, you don't need to stay a victim, because this tax season, fraud-paying American is something no American should have to claim. Save up to 40% your first year. Visit lifelock.com/iHeart. Terms apply.
At CVS, it matters that we're not just in your community, but that we're part of it. It matters that we're here for you when you need us, day or night. And we want everyone to feel welcomed and rewarded. It matters that CVS is here to fill your prescriptions and here to fill your craving for a tasty and, healthy snack. At CVS, we're proud to serve your community because we believe where you get your medicine matters. So visit us at cvs.com or just come by our store. We can't wait to meet you. Store hours vary by location.
With the Venmo debit card, a taco in one hand and ordering a ride in the other means you're stacking your rewards. Nice. Get up to 5% cash back with Venmo Stash on your favorite brands when you pay with your Venmo debit card. From takeout to ride shares, entertainment, and more. Pick a bundle with your go-tos and start earning cash back at those brands. Do more stash, get more cash. Venmo Stash bundle terms and exclusions apply. See terms at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
I'm U.S. Transportation Secretary Sean Duffy. We all seem to be in a rush these days, from work to driving our kids around. But when you're behind the wheel, please do not speed. A few minutes saved by going faster is never worth the risk. So follow the speed limit, enjoy the drive, maybe bring some snacks for the kids, and know that along the way, you're getting quality time with your family.
Paid for by NHTSA.